What up? 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 What up to the creed, man? Hey, I'm finna put something on you so cold, man. You already know how I'm rock. Shout out to my man CTK, man. Shout out to my man's Al. Shout out to my man's Nas, man. Shout out to the homie Philip. You already know what it is, man. Hit that like button one time for the one time for the one time, man. Let's get to rocking and rolling, man. I'm only in here for a few minutes. I'm finna drop it on y'all how to see. A lot of people then they assume name certificates and stuff like that. You feel me? A lot of people then they assume name certificates, but I never dropped a part two to that. Like I had been meaning to drop a part two to this shit, but I never did. You feel me? Like I got so caught up in everything else I was doing. Make sure you hit that like button. This is the part two, that after what you do after you go to Minnesota Secretary of State and you get your assumed name certificate. This is the part two to that. You know how I told you to put it on public notice twice, put it in a newspaper publication, and then go ahead and take it to like the county clerk, and then put it on the public record. You feel me? So therefore, it's on you put it on public notice twice, not even just once. It's on twice. Anything goes down, you got that extra layer of protection, and that's exactly the reason why we're doing this anyways, because it's for that extra layer of protection to separate yourself from the legal fiction. You do not want to be your all caps name. That's not your name. That doesn't belong to you. Actually, it's a corporation that was formed because your mom basically turned it into, she turned in that birth certificate and stuff and registered you with the state. You feel me? So that's where all that comes from. Then they gave you a social security number a few years later, and that's a corporation. So your all caps name, for those of you that ain't caught up to speed or whatever the case may be, make sure you hit that motherfucking like button one time for the one time. For those of you that ain't caught up to speed, um, your all caps name is a corporation, and when they're giving you tickets or they're giving you fines or locking you up over some shit that that doesn't involve an injured party, like if there's no injured party, there's no crime, you know. So the reason why they're getting over on you with all these stuff, because these are commercial courts and they're dealing with you as a corporation. You're dealing with you as a corporation, and they can get away with that stuff, and they can get away with the fines and charges they put against you because you're contracting with them, and they're going under an admiralty maritime law jurisdiction, which is why when you go into a courtroom, there's that flag with the fringes on it and the eagle on it at the top. You feel me? That's not the American flag. That's the flag of maritime admiralty. You feel me? Do your research. So they're trying to put you under the jurisdiction of the law of the sea instead of the law of the land, which is the Constitution, you know. So that's the reason why we're doing this assumed name and doing stuff like copyrighting our name, because we're trying to get extra layers of protection and try to make our shell thicker, you know, against these corrupt courts and these corrupt governments. You feel me? So oh yeah, that's another thing. Trademarking your name, copyrighting your name, actually, I feel like is a little bit stronger than an assumed name. I did both. You feel me? I did both. I did the Minnesota assumed name, plus I registered the assumed name in my own county as well. So I got two assumed names on top of that copyrighted name, which is my all caps name. I copyrighted that too. So I own the rights to that name. You guys can no longer use that name as you please, because I'll sue your ass if you want to. And on top of that, I'm also again separating the living man from the legal fiction. This is a legal fiction. This is a corporation. So when you're sending me letters in the mail trying to get me to come to court, you're trying to sue me, fine me, whatever the case is, you're putting my name in all capital letters, and you're asking for the corporation. And I have plenty of proof to show you that that's a corporation. It's a legal fiction. It's not a living man. I have the birth certificate on top of the social security number, on top of the assumed name, on top of the assumed name, on top of the copyrighted name, on top of all type of stuff. Then I got all these trusts protecting me. I'm operating under trust too. You know, you gotta get these shields up and put these shells on, you feel me, to protect yourself from these corrupt people, because all they're doing is robbing people all day with no gun. That's exactly what they're doing, you feel me? So go ahead and hit that like button one time for the one time for the one time. This is gonna be real quick, you feel me? Go ahead and hit that like button. If you didn't hit that like button, you already know what it is, man. Your mama, hold your daddy, hold your brother, hold your sister, hold your cousin, hold your auntie, hold your uncle, hold your grandma, hold your grandpa home, bro. Now, fuck is you talking about? So go ahead and hit that shit on phone and grade, bro. Anyways, man, yeah, we definitely coming up next. I got that copyrighted name video coming for y'all. I'm gonna show y'all what I used when I copyrighted my name, and basically I did that using like the old common law trademark rule, you feel me? Basically just publishing it in a newspaper for amount of weeks, and then it becomes a an official copyright or official trademark, because I publicized it and I put it on public notice for a number of weeks and nobody contested it. So it went uncontested, and it sets in stone, you feel me? So when are you gonna drop that video about the banks? For real, make a vid about the bank system. Shit, I already talked about them. You already know how that bank system shit go, bro. On phone grade, you already know how that shit go. It's all fake. The money ain't backed by shit. They never loan nothing. They collect all debts illegally. You know how that shit going, bro. But here it go right here, man. I got there it go right there. This is what you publicize in the what's it called? This is what you publicize in the newspaper. Once you get your assumed name certificate from Minnesota, because once you file with the Secretary of State, those of you that file with the Secretary of State, in the way I told you, they send you a I think it's an email. Yeah, actually, yeah, because you don't want to get the stuff in the mail that takes too long. So have them email it to you, and you should get that like right away, you know. So they email it to you, and then you get a PDF or whatever the case is. It should be like 2 pages. So all I did was take all the information off those little 2 pages, not even that many words on it, and all I did was copy it over like that, and that's what you publicize in the newspaper. You feel me? And I'll put those semicolons after a lot of those lines, because a lot of newspapers, when they publicize whatever you're putting in there, they scrunch it all together. So you see how, you know, I kept on hitting enter or return, and I got it like going down to the next line and the next line, the next paragraph. See, a lot of newspapers, when they publish stuff, they're trying to use up every single piece of space on that newspaper. So they'll probably scrunch it all together, and they'll probably all be on one line, or, you know, you won't be able to really separate one line from the next line. So that's why I put them semicolons in there, to really give it that separation, you know. And all I did was copy over the information, the certificate, assumed name. Yeah, I'm letting it be known what it is. That's basically like the title. And then hold on. Yeah, see this right here. I'll fuck around and put this on a line by itself too. So yeah, like that. So look, certificate of assumed name. Then I typed all this stuff right off of there. It says Minnesota Statutes Chapter 333. That's right there on the paper for those of you who've already done it. You have your assumed name certificate already from them, and this comes right off of there. And then assumed name John Lucas Doe, and that's what is in all capital letters at the assumed name part. Then I said it was registered at the Office of Minnesota Secretary of State, which is right at the top of the paper for those of you that have it. And then on the second page, you got the work item and the original file number. Work item and original file number, which is, from what I've seen, always usually the same exact number. And I put the date it was filed and the time, which still have that right on there. And then it also gets signed by the Secretary of State or whatever the case is, has his signature on it. And then scroll back up on the first page, name holder. This is where you put your name the right way, your actual name, not the corporation legal fiction. Notice how it's not all capital letters. It's, hold on, let me grab this over here. It's got the upper lowercase. It's not just all capital letters, it's upper lowercase, you feel me? So this is where you put for the name holder, which is the reason why we use the Minnesota assumed name certificate in the first place, because it has that wording, name holder, because you don't want to ever be the name. You don't ever want to claim to be the name. So when they come to you like, are you John Lucas Doe? No, I'm not. But hey, you got some beef with that name because I'm the authorized representative of that name. I'm the beneficiary of that name. I'm the name holder of that name. You feel me? I'm the executor of that name, but I am not the name. You feel me? I just conduct business using that name, but I am not that name. How is there any proof that I'm that name? This is just what everybody's called me. Is there any real proof? Do I have any firsthand knowledge that I'm really that name? See, I could have been raised in an abusive family, and just because they call me ugly all the time or stupid all the time, hey, is that my name? You know, do I know that that's really my name? I don't have any firsthand knowledge of that. You feel me? So therefore, nobody can really claim you to be a name. You're not a name. You're a living man. You're a living human being or a living woman. You feel me? We are what we say we are. Basically, I can wake up and choose a new name every day if I so choose, and I can really believe that's my motherfucking name. There's no fucking firsthand knowledge that I'm actually this name. You feel me? I'm a living, breathing human being. I come from the human beings come from the soil, come from the dirt of the earth. You feel me? The soil, the dust of the earth. You feel me? I'm walking, talking, living, breathing land is what I am. And you know what land is? Land can be used as property. And I'm a walking, talking piece of land. I'm my own property. I own this property right here. I'm gonna conduct myself how I want to, like real shit, bro. This is my own soil. This is traveling soil right here. You feel me? You know, when your land is your land, this is my shit. This is basically my country right here. I make the rules here. Yeah. Real shit, bro. So don't come around here trying to bully me and none of that stuff. So that's why we like to assume name out of Minnesota, because it's one of the only places that has that wording name holder, because they've taken it out of a lot of other places because they don't want us, you know, really figuring out this system and figuring out this matrix. You feel me? So there, right there, we got the name holder. So then you type in name holder again, you know, further rubbing it in their face, name holder. So when you go in there and you already done published this on public notice twice, you're in there like, look, I didn't already showed y'all twice, and nobody objected to it, nobody contested, none of my publications, none of that. You feel me? So it stands. You feel me? I have standing, right? So it's like name holder. I'm the name holder of this all caps name right here. Me, I, John Lucas, am the name holder of this all caps name, John Lucas Doe, right here. You feel me? Because my last name ain't my last name. You feel me? Really, my first and middle name is the only name that my parents decided to give me. You feel me? The last name was just added on because it shows what family we come from. That's it. And really, that's not our family. That's our slave master. Us, for us indigenous people and so-called Negroes, and you know, the rest of us, even the so-called Latino, so-called Native Americans, ain't none of that stuff y'all last name. Real stuff. We wasn't even rocking with last names. They gave us last names. Ain't no last names even in the Bible. You feel me? So, you know, this is all just made up stuff in an imaginary world of legal fictions and corporations and stuff, because that's all a corporation is imaginary. You feel me? All it is, all a bunch of papers is imaginary. I say this is a corporation. It's imaginary. You can form a corporation every day. You can form an LLC every day. It's a legal fiction, right? So keep it moving, man. This right here is all you need when you want to go ahead and publicize it in the public newspaper. After you publicize it in the public newspaper, they're going to give you an affidavit, and it's going to contain this same exact information right here. What you do is you take that affidavit, you take it up to your government center or your county clerk or whatever the case is, wherever your county clerk is located, right? You go up there and you go to where the public notices and public records are recorded. So the county recorder, that's what you want to find. You want to find the county recorder. You go to the county recorder and you take that affidavit that they gave you from their public newspaper. So you got this one of the public newspapers in your county, one of the accepted public newspapers in your county, because you can't just use any newspaper. It has to be an official accepted newspaper of your county. You feel me? Make sure they're accepted by your county. So then you go to them and they've already gave you an affidavit. You know how powerful an affidavit is? So now you're taking this to the county recorder and you're telling them to record this. So now you're putting it on public notice again for the whole county to see. This is recorded now. Look, I'm filing this. This is a filed a registered assumed name. And that's why your last part you're going to type is active and in good standing, because it's active and in good standing, right? And Minnesota says you have to renew it every year, whatever it is. They'll send you a letter, I think. But yeah, make sure you keep it renewed. I don't know if the counties will even pay attention or even try to go as far to dig deep to see if you even renewed it or not. To be honest with you, they probably won't. But just for that extra protection and for your sense of security, renew it every year and keep it moving. So active in good standing. And this is on an affidavit. So now you're recording this, and then after a few weeks, the county recorder is going to send you an affidavit, or basically an affidavit of what you recorded. They're going to send you that. So now you have two pieces of evidence, two pieces of proof that this is a legal fiction and it was recorded in the county. Period. And some counties, they might give you that pushback. They might tell you no, you need to record this in this county. You need to do the assumed name in this county. We don't accept the Minnesota stuff or this or that, this, that. If they start telling you like you need to do it in this county or it's not legal or this or that, ask them, are you giving me legal advice? Ask them that, because anybody that deals with anything legal, they know better. You feel me? If they want to, if anybody says they're giving you legal advice, they gonna get in some motherfucking trouble, real shit. And that's why this right here is not no legal advice. This is information I'm giving you guys. This is not anything that I'm forcing you to do or telling you that you need to do or recommending that you do. This is information that I'm passing on for anybody who might be interested. This is not legal advice. Let me go ahead and make that disclaimer again. So yeah, you asked them, so you trying to give me legal advice, and I bet they shape up real quick. You feel me? They giving you attitude, they're gonna shape up real quick. This is what I need recorded. There's a public notice. I need to put this on public notice that I've registered this, and that's what I want to do. You feel me? And if they want to keep giving you trouble, there's got to be another public newspaper in your area that you can use. But after you hit them with that, are you giving me legal advice type thing, then they probably should shape up right there. And that's another thing, though. People are going to be able to read your energy and read how you coming off. They know, people can tell if you don't really know what you're talking about, or you not really sure about what you're doing. You feel me? Because after you study enough, that's another thing. You can't just be going and following what the next person doing and you don't even understand what you're doing. You need to come and have a full understanding of what you're doing. And then you go ahead and make the moves. You feel me? Y'all going in here half-assing this shit. You can't be doing that, because people can tell when you're not really about some shit. You feel me? Now, if you go in there and you fully understand what you're doing, You gonna talk strong, your chest gonna be out, all type of stuff. They gonna catch your energy. Like, they ain't gonna sit here and try to question what you doing because it's something that they not used to. Most of the stuff that I talk about on this channel, and once you take this out into the world or the public or whatever, this is gonna be stuff that people never even heard of before. Like that stuff I have y'all doing with the stuff, that the information I was giving you on the passport application and filling out your passports to change your status from a U.S. citizen to a state citizen or American national. A lot of times when you walk in the passport office, when you walk in the post office to send off your passport stuff, a lot of people never seen this before. They're confused. Just like when you get your passport card and you go around and you flash your passport card when they ask for ID, a lot of people never even seen that. They're going to be confused, like real stuff, because we're not following the rest of the sheep. You feel me? We're standing out from the crowd. You feel me? We're breaking free from the matrix. That's what we doing around here. You feel me? But I done had this up long enough for y'all. Y'all could pause the video, whatever the case is. I'll go ahead and copy this and put it in the description as well, so y'all could just copy it straight from the description or whatever the case is and type your own stuff in. But yeah, so you don't got to sit here and read off my thing and then go and type it in, whatever. I'm gonna put it in the description for y'all. You feel me? And that's that. I ain't come here to kick it and none of that. You feel me? You know, y'all know I usually be here kicking it and stuff. But nah, I ain't got time for none of that today. I got other stuff to do. I've been very, very, very busy. Big moves going down right now, though. Super big moves going down. I'm geeked. I'm excited. I can't wait to show y'all what I got in store, you feel me? But for now, I gotta work. And I got that in the description for y'all too, if it's saved, because it be tweaking. I be trying to save it and it don't. It always say an error occurred, but it be saving it still though. Even when it be saying an error occurred. Shout out to everybody that came through, man. You think your cash is safer at home than in the bank? Shit, man. To be honest with you, man, I've always felt safer. Look, cash, hella cash. You feel me? Hella cash. Hella cash. You feel me? Hella cash. You feel me? And I've always felt safer when it's right here next to me on phone and grade, because I know, folks, you want to take it from me, you want to kill me on phone and grade.